Hey y'all, thanks for clicking back on here at Cowboys for Trump. It's been a few days since I made one of these videos, so wanted to make another one this morning, kind of update you on what's going on. You know, I've spent the last couple days talking to some folks back east and kind of considering the weather and the time frame and kind of what we're going to be up against. We've decided to go ahead and call the ride off. What we are going to do though is we're going to buy some flight tickets down to Cancun, Mexico. We'll put our Bermuda shorts on down there and think we're going to probably spend a couple days, couple afternoons probably walking across the beach, maybe with some Trump t-shirts on and just do that. It'll be a lot easier and you know, I mean, at Cancun, I think it's about 75 right now, so it ought to be okay. But and two, you know, I might be able to find somebody down there, maybe even one of y'all that. If you'd believe that, I probably got some oceanfront property in Arizona that I might be able to sell you as well. No, we're not going to Mexico. We're going to Maryland. We're pushing forward with this ride. You know, I visit with a lot of folks back east that are reminding us that it's winter time and reminding us that it's cold and kind of question what exactly we're doing. But I tell you what, we got a good group of guys coming together that sure enough, cowboy enough to get this deal done and push through any kind of weather or cold weather and ride that 185 or so miles from Cumberland to Washington D.C. Few guys that I started looking at putting together 50 guys. I'd love to have 50 guys from carrying the flags of each respective state, riding horseback, and then that number 50 kind of dropped down to 25, I think probably the last time I made one of these videos, hoping I could get 25 guys to go with us. But, you know, if I can get 12, and we're at 8 right now, well, 9 including myself. So, you know, if we could get 12 or 13, if I could get 4 more guys to commit, I think we'll be golden. I ordered 12 Make America Great flags to ride, to carry horseback for 12 guys, and then an American flag as well to carry. But yeah, I've got some good guys that have been responding. We got old Joe Skaggs. He's a friend of mine from here in Tularosa. Him and his wife Kim. They're going to drive out and bring some of our gear with them. I got a guy over in Cruces named Walker Akers that, man, he seemed like a really neat guy. I've just talked to him on the phone, but he's throwing in with us. Got another really a cool guy from up north in Farmington, man by the name of Ramey Harper. He's a hat maker up there and 100% cowboy, and he's 100% ready to go. He's building, he called me the other day and he said he's got an extra belly laying around there, and he's going to build our president about a $900 cowboy hat. So that's pretty exciting. I told Ramey I bet we'll be able to leave it with somebody around there that can get it to the president, and he'll have a real hat, not some fair hat or something. But anyhow, I've got those guys from New Mexico right now going with me. Got some guys from Kentucky going. Josh Davis, really a super good guy I've been talking to on the phone quite a bit. Josh is going. Another gentleman by the name of John Fox out of Missouri. John's got a mule since he's raised from a baby, a little he flew this mule over to Ireland and he rode it all over the country of Ireland. So John's going to be riding his mule as we go along the way. Got another gentleman, TJ Tony, seemed like a really nice guy. He's going to throw in there with us. Man by the name of Sean Cummings. He lives on a ranch in between Artesia and Carlsbad. And Sean's going to throw in there with us. I'm looking forward to meeting Sean and spending some time with him out riding. Who else am I missing? Anybody? Got Ramey, Walker Akers, John Fox, TJ Tony, Sean Cummings, Josh Davis, Joe Skaggs, and the last one I want to mention is Joshua Martin. Joshua Martin is he's a very dear Christian brother of mine out of he's living in Colorado right now. But Joshua and I rode across, whenever I rode across Europe, Joshua spent the better part of that trip with me, and sure looking forward to seeing Joshua again and spending some time with him. I just got back from Santa Fe yesterday. I went up there and saw my good friend Clint Mortensen. A few years back, I spent a couple winters down in the valley down by Rio Grande City on a ranch. And I snared a bunch of coyotes and bobcats while I was down there. Well, those cat hides I had tanned, and I took him up to Clint the other day, and I'm getting him to make me a pair of hair-on chinks to ride on this deal out of those bobcat bellies. So I'm looking forward to that. I also took my saddle up there at old Clint, and we cleaned it up. And you know, I told Clint the last time I had that saddle on a horse was whenever I rode through Jerusalem. So it's going to be pretty cool to get that saddle horse back, or get that saddle on the horse's back again, and ride it into Cumberland. So, but things are sure coming together good. We're still, man, I appreciate you guys out there that have been helping me out with numbers for guys with horses. Luke Shallon, Mark Blackwell, you guys, thank you for calling those guys back east. Unfortunately, I hadn't been able to really get a hold of many people though. So, you know, Josh is going to haul some horses out. John Fox is, of course, is going to haul his mule, maybe a spare horse, but we still need horses. That's still kind of pressing on me. I reached out to some horse riding stables there that it looked like they may have some horses, but I haven't been able to get a response back from them, and been leaving messages and stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to get somebody to respond. But you know, if any of y'all are out there watching this video and you want to go support our president and our country and the principles and ideals that our country was founded on, and we all know what those are, throw in with us. I got four holes left right now that I really need to fill. Man, if you got a handful of horses too that you could haul out there and let us use, man, that would be a blessing as well. Because, like I said, we're flying out on the afternoon of the 14th, and I'm tied down here. I got a commissioner meeting, and I just can't leave any earlier than that. So I'm going to have to fly out the afternoon of the 14th. We get into Washington that night at the 10th, and then we're going to start riding the next day on the 15th, 8 o'clock in the morning. So, man, if any of y'all out there considering this and thinking about it, I tell you what, our country needs our support right now, you know. And I'm not saying that we're going to go out there and ride and save the world and this and that, but we can go out there and ride, and we can fly those Trump flags, and we can fly that American flag, and we can by God's grace create a platform to speak off of. You know, I was reading this morning, and I read Matthew chapter 24, and any of y'all out there that read your Bible some, I'd encourage you, just look those scriptures over, you know, because, man, they speak about our current world today. And right here in New Mexico, I tell you what, the legislation that's going through the House and the Senate up there is just appalling. We just passed our late-term abortion, where we'll be killing babies up to the very last day of their birth. And I tell you what, if God's hand of judgment doesn't fall on this nation pretty soon, I'd be very surprised. But I believe He's given us a window of grace right now through our president. And man, I tell you what, President Trump's at the top working for us. Let's come up from the bottom, and let's stand strong for him and support his position. Y'all watch that State of the Union the other night. Man, I tell you what a blessing that was, you know. And from his position on life, his position in regards to Israel and Jerusalem as the capital, and man, he just spot on all fronts, and such a blessing. So let's get behind our president. Let's support our president, and please support this ride. Again, I don't want to sound like a televangelist or anything begging for money, but it does take some money to get things going. And I thank y'all so much for, man, the blessing that you guys have blessed this ministry with, Patty and Wade, and man, you guys just blessing the socks off of it, and so appreciate it. But if you want to support it, go to that GoFundMe.com, put in the search bar Cowboys for Trump, and it'll pull it up. Any of that money that goes in there, old Josh Davis, he's needing to get his truck running there in Kentucky, and there's just some needs, you know. These guys that are taking off work and making the trip, we want to make sure that we can get all their expenses covered, and make this deal the biggest platform we possibly can. So again, I appreciate you clicking on here. I appreciate you giving me 10 minutes of your time, and so appreciate all the support through this. Continue to keep us in your prayers. February 15th, Cumberland, Maryland to Washington, D.C. We'll be horseback. You guys out there that are thinking about this, man, holler at me. You can reach me at Cowboys for Trump at Hotmail, or send me a little message on here. Shoot me your phone number, and I'll give you a call, and we'll work out the details. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And make America great again, and God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.